if our units had the potential to be smart, that means that they had the potential to be dumb as well, and it would be more for us. You want them to be predictable and mechanical rather than smart.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I did for the guys in Kingdom. And then, of course, there are a few bugs that did actually make them run out and do really dumb stuff. But...
Right. So I see Thomas.
Okay, now I'm going to mute you guys because...
Angle on the audio.
Okay, you're gone.
Now Thomas has this giant uphill base plus a really nice little expand down there. Although in the cage, not with a good expand, so we'll see if the cage can sort of fight his way both literally and figuratively uphill.
Right. I mean, we've already seen that Thomas tends to go economically, but this time around he's actually building an early Warren, so he's actually changing his strategy a lot. I was gonna say, if he decides to go economic again, the cage could identify that playstyle and attack him really early, and just end the game outright before expansions even come into play.
But instead, and Blue unfortunately saw that. Oh no, he did actually build a Warren. Okay, so he built a Warren and confident that he can defend himself, also goes for his 8th farm. Red decided not to push the attack like maybe would have been the sort of more obvious approach, and instead he simply used this as a way to secure the second base.
You know,
I think.
given what we have here, Red could have easily picked off 1 or 2 farms, just given the timing of the squirrels that he had. He had some squirrels out. The cage just put down his warrens like significantly later. You could have picked off a couple pigs and then backed off.
And especially because it just so happens that Blue sort of accidentally got caught up there and died, so he was caught during a 6-second.
Oh, look at that! What is this? This is some sneaky
Going
stuff.
for a sneaky expand.
And with the burrow mechanic, you can easily go back and forth between your sneaky bases to just econ it up. So let's just hope Thomas isn't cheating. And also let's hope that Thomas scouts it out so that he can deny that base.
And he is trying to get a little turret up here, which was the smart thing to do.
Yes.
Because it wasn't exactly clear how strong Red's army was yet.
Oh, and toads against turrets is not a good idea right now.
Right.
He wanted to save those toads to go against those squirrels, which would have wiped all of them out. Would have been terrific.
Blue goes Falcons as his first tier 2, which I think is a wise maneuver because it's going to give him vision up the hill if he needs it. Now, that first base up the hill doesn't actually have turrets, a space to build turrets around it, so while it is uphill, he won't literally be able to put turrets on top of the hill. And Red just scouts that sneaky expand.
Oh, wow, clever. And he's going to be able to deny it right now.
Yeah, but Blue could use this as an opportunity if Red's going to be out of position and Blue could attack.
And Blue spots that he is under attack right now.
Oh, don't build farms. Don't build farms. You will lose them instantly. And he is pulling his units over. Falcons are on the way. They're going to get there first. Uh-oh.
Oh no, what happened to the cage? There we go. So here comes his reinforcements. Falcons, you're right, coming in hot and fast. And
he's going to save the expansion. He did lose a couple of pigs, but
just a slight setback. Oh, reinforcements for that's the remainder of Blue's army. So yeah, that's one of the downsides for having a sneaky base is the ability to reinforce them is now significantly harder.
Yep. And now that Red knows it's there, Blue is going to have to go back and forth between the two.
And you can play a total game of chicken just to see like where am I going to attack?
Red is kind of doing it right now, although he's guessed the wrong direction. I think.
Yes, it's.
All right.
Blue can only be at one place at once.
And he's actually now building warrens in both places.
That's a clever idea. So they'll reinforce from both angles. Now keep in mind, I want to point out that the cages only had this key for 1 day. And he's already doing things like burying between 2 bases, trying to have secret economy. I gotta give you mad props, Kevin, from Torn Banner.
So this is a very, very interesting position to be in. Red is still in a very obviously better, more defendable position. But Blue gets ferrets out, which I like because Red so far has been a little turret heavy in terms of strategy. So getting ferrets out may be a big deal. And No IO does have a Badger on the way, only 15 seconds away. So if there's a time to attack right now, it is now.
Well, I will point out that this is Thomas doing what we saw him do last game and exploding his economy. He's 5 farms up against the opponent. So at this point, he's just trying to wait it out and let that economy ride.
But he does wipe that army, catches the army kind of halfway out of position, and manages to wipe it. If there is a time to attack, it is now.
For blue, yes. Red is trying to stay on, try to keep his advantage as long as possible because he is 5 farms up and will get only more economy as time goes on. He's using that high ground advantage in his favor. Oh, and the sniping power to pick off a pig.
Ferrets are a really good thing to have for blue in this particular match, because it's going to force Red to come out from his sort of more well-defended
And
position.
Ferrets on red side force an engagement. Now they're at each other. Let's hope this tier 3 does some damage. And blue is terrified of it.
But wisely so, he actually takes out a significant amount of Red's force and then backs up behind the turret. Maybe not so wise to be adding farms in the middle of this engagement, but I think he's going to get away with
Oh,
it.
save that badger and it dies.
There's a bug. It goes to one of the swimming frames on his dead.
Oh yes, I
during death.
reported that. So looking at take another peek at the economy here. Blue manages to tighten up the economy gap, and now they're at 16 and 15. So blue, extremely well.
See, red here might actually be trying to get down to the Warren, to Blue's Warrens. If Red split his forces so that half the force engaged the army, Blue's force is so strong here. I think he's going to push through.
And what a composition too. I really think it's that massive composition. Just having all that air power deny everything that blue had, or red had.
And Red had so much food invested in his economy that he wasn't able to reinforce quickly enough.
In return, but we have a badger here on the high ground. Let's see if it does some damage. The more he does, the more he fires, the stronger he gets. Can he save this?
He takes out one Falcon. He's going to take out another Falcon, and I think he's going to wipe the whole army.
Yep, and that's a tier 3 in play right there. Takes Blue's entire army out. Congratulations, Red. That badger does not care.
So Red manages to stay alive. Is he going to press the attack now? Blue is now in. Now the positions are reversed, where Blue has a stronger economy. But Red is getting into those Warrens. The production is going to take that out.
Oh, he's going to lose the badger.
Oh, he doesn't lose the Badger.
Oh, he loses it. And this is where it gets kind of scary for Red because that was his big player, and it's totally gone.
Yep. So is Blue gonna be brave and get some wins here, or maybe just kind of like he knows he's winning, and so he's gonna stay back and just continue to grow his economy, or both.
A massive army difference for Blue right now, and also twice the farm count. I think Red's in trouble after having such an astounding lead too.
What a comeback!
Yeah, Blue has definitely been eating his Cheerios.
And there goes the Badger Warren, and he's gonna push on through to Red's remaining economy, and that will be game.
Yeah, and look at this graph, everyone. This is a tremendous match between two great players.
Oh my gosh!
So unfortunate too, because Red was definitely invested in the long term, but Blue, with some snappy judgments and some great army composition, really turned that around. And if you notice, both players were trying to pick their battles very carefully. They were not engaging each other right off the bat. They were trying to find the right position and make sure they had the optimal advantage for themselves.
And great game, another great game. This one did not come out on your side, Thomas.
Nope, it did not.
But there was a moment in time, and if you look at the army graph at 7:30, you were ahead by an incredible
Yeah,
amount.
and then I thought, I'm gonna go for it and get that main base, but that was just dumb.
I don't know. I think you made the right call. That Badger was hanging on by the skin of his teeth, and I think actually the turning point was an earlier battle where your army was kind of in transit and Blue engaged it and was able to pick off sort of a piece at a time, rather than having to confront the whole army.
Yeah, I thought I had a really good position, but because Blue had these two bases and I never really knew where his army was,
Right.
it made it kind of difficult for me. Like, I never knew if I was going to march to one base if he would attack me in the flank.
Right.
So.
What a game. What a game.
Yeah, incredible.
That was awesome.
Well,
Yeah, it was good. I thought I had such a good spot too. I had like a free expansion and everything.
So
And
how
I
does
thought-
how does it feel to know that Chivalry is a better game than Kingdom?
Well, I'm just. What was the bet? Wasn't there a bet like if Kingdom loses, then something has to happen? Yeah, I'm scared to look back in the chat and see.
You have to sign over all IP rights.
Oh, okay,
The Torn
okay.
Banner Studios.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Kevin. Thanks for taking the time to master the game. I can't believe Kevin from Torn Banner got so good in a single day.
Amazing.
Incredibly good.
Amazing.
And so, very well
Yeah.
played on both sides.
Well played. And good game.
All right, who got next?
Yeah, who do we have next? Let's take a look.